Yeah. Just going to answer him. Let's say yes.
Hello, Dr. Wise.
Oh, Dr. Y, yes, we are testing. Join us.
See if they can hear Ontario. This is what's I'm locked into the chat. We don't need to type in.
I know. Yeah.
Oh, Dr. Wise.
Yeah.
Polar. I'm still waiting for an office tour. I know I haven't really done one. And after the other night, we went live, me and Dean, just straight out on YouTube. Today we're on Zoom. We're trying to test the Zoom connection because it gives you a lot more flexibility. That's why my camera is kind of weird, angle and things. But yeah, I don't even have any lights on. You can see I've got kind of my photo studio set up in the background there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dr. Wise, that's one of the reasons we're trying to figure this out, trying to test.
Wow. It must
Uh,
be 30
so we
seconds.
can bring 6, 7 people and do what I'd like to do. All right, first off, I like the roundtable not live. It is live. It really is. We have a subject that we want to talk about or subjects and we throw it out there and I give that to the guys about a week early. Ontario's normally the police on the subject. No, he's great and I thank you for that, Ontario.
Fun.
Um but yeah, we aren't rehearsed. We just shoot. We just go. But when I do that and record it, I can then put banknotes up and like Ontario's doing. So if you've watched Retired Navy Rob, if you've watched Big Apple, they have 2 cameras. And I did purchase, I actually really did, Ontario. See, I purchased a second camera
Wow.
so I can set up so I can put notes down and light them like you're doing, right? So when we talk about things,
Yeah.
I have a chance of that. Is Jimmy
Oh,
Dyer,
that.
we are live. So, anyways, long story short, me and Dean did a test live accident. That was a total accident. This really wasn't. The other day, and they're like, "We want to see the roundtable live. Everybody wants to see it live." All right, be careful for what you wish for because Dustin Whitty uncensored is kind of scary. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Yeah. You have no idea what you're asking for.
Hey, Dr. Wise, if you can find you should be able to find my email on my Polar Currency. Well, it's just Polar Currency at Gmail. Polar Currency at Gmail. Email me and we'll start there. No offense. We kind of, for obvious reasons, we do um, control. I am a control freak, anyways.
No.
Well, I don't want people like especially like Tyler. I mean, he's going to be a boxing champion. I don't
Ah,
want him finding out who I am and where I am. Come on.
it might hurt you.
So we really had to vet him. Tyler was a long vetting process. Actually, he wasn't. We're like, the dude's 24. He's a third of all of our ages combined.
Yeah, and he's been collecting twice as long as we have.
No kidding. Yes.
At least twice as long as me, and I'm serious about that.
Well, I've been collecting longer, but
Yeah, you have.
yes. I
I'm
mean,
going
he's
to
collecting
start
for 12
doing
years.
all kind of stuff this morning. I'm trying to see how I can get this note closer and get it where it looks better.
All right. It's a little after 6 a.m. here in LA. Sorry, Jimmy Dyer. Did we wake you up, my friend? I know, me and Ontario, we're old guys, so we get up early. So I called him like a quarter to 8. I waited. It was like 10 to 8.
All old people never sleep.
We just don't. We don't see the point in it.
Well, they say,
Um, so this is going to be kind of boring, folks. I should probably turn some lights on.
I think, I mean, you look fine, Dan. Something happened just then, though.
I suppose I could put some light on my face. Yeah, normally I have the camera right here. So I set that up. I wonder if my portable USB. Dr. Wise, yes. I think if you're a collector, yeah, we're on the spectrum. Absolutely, one way or another.
Absolutely.
Even if you don't think you're on the spectrum, you probably are a little bit, or you wouldn't be collecting.
Right.
So, Ontario, your video last night, I saw it last night, sorry.
Yeah.
And man, I was cheering for you. I wanted to see the 50 come out, man.
Oh, the 50. Oh, yeah. I did a video on the 50.
Yeah, I know. I just wanted to see them all together because I'm that guy.
Okay.
So
Well,
for those of you who haven't seen Ontario's newest video, he he's collecting 1880 legal tenders, right? Legal
yep.
tender.
Yep. 1880 legal tenders. Yeah.
Yep. And he got a 50 by being very skilled and a little luck,
Luck. Yeah. Luck or the
and
skill.
picked up an 1880 50, the one with Ben Franklin on it, and it's an amazing note. Anyway, so he's building a series type collection, and he added the one and the two. And these folks, these notes aren't cheap.
No.
So if you're looking at his grades, they actually graded out very nicely for what they are. So there.
Awesome, Dr. Wise. He said I have an 1880 except the 100. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, the 100 is a yowza time.
Now that's big boy note.
Okay, so
Uh,
I've got to figure out in Zoom. So I just, no, my camera connected and disconnected.
Hang on a minute, Dr. Wise. I'll look and tell you what it is. I'm an old guy. I can't remember anything anymore. Let's see.
Video settings. Yeah, it's not. It's struggling trying to detect my camera.
Oh boy.
Well, I don't have it connected. I don't have it connected. I don't think it's a streaming thing. It's a Zoom thing.
Oh, I see.
So I've got it. You know how you have a separate, a separate wire that you don't have to crawl down on your hands and knees.
Right. Right.
Those don't work the best for all the time. Which FR number of the 50? What is it? All right, here's something interesting. I'll try this. All right, so
It is a 159, Dr. Wise.
we are going to, let me do this.
I don't know if I can do. I'm again, guys. I'm speaking for myself. I don't know what I'm doing, so
All right, so here's something fun.
I'm
What can you guys see now? I suppose live streaming. You
gonna try
should be able to see Ontario's channel.
in just a moment. I'm hoping this 50 will show on the screen. I'm just filming my screen. I don't know. You let me know, Dan, if you can see it.
Um, Live streaming. Yeah, it is showing up. Okay, so your channel is showing up. That's good. So no, it is not showing at this moment, Ontario. Give me 1 second.
I think I see it right now.
You see it in your window, but I'm not broadcasting that, I don't believe. I could be wrong. Again, I want to show your video.
Oh, well, you can show the video.
Where is it?
You mean the brand new one?
No,
The 50?
50.
Scroll down. That'll be there. It is on the in the first row right there. Legal tender 1880. I'll put this back over here.
Legal tender 1880.
See if it'll pull that up.
There it is. All right, so I should be able to show this and people can see it.
All right.
Got to get back into the chat. Oh, Jimmy Dyer. Yes. Yes. So Jimmy Dyer, Ontario. So there's Ontario's. Yeah, they should be seeing that right now. Let me blow that up full screen if I can. So what you're
Nice.
seeing, folks, there, no, I can't because then I can't see what I'm seeing. You're gonna have to be stuck with that.
Did the picture come through
Picture.
of the 50? I did show it for a few
Is that
seconds.
showing? There.
There you go.
So there's Ontario's video. Is it playing? Of course not. Oh yeah, it's playing.
Yeah.
See, every time I flip back and forth,
Yep.
all right, that tells me I am going to do something different in the future. All right, going back, Jimmy Dyer, Ontario.
Yep.
Look at the. I mean, he sent me the pictures. Uh, a solid one serial number in circulation.
Oh my gosh.
I mean,
That's a
how the hell does that happen?
that's extremely rare. Yeah.
Okay, so why aren't we streaming what we should be streaming?
Very cool, Dr. Wise. I see you got a 155. That's a rare one, yeah. Yep. That's a nice one. I forget the number on mine, but it's not, it's more than 9. Let's see.
Um, okay, Dr. Wise, you can see it. All right, FR 1880 legal tender note was what I was able to get, one of only 9 in public hands. Wow.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, mine's 15. So you got a good one, really good one.
I'm just blowing my nose in front of everybody because I'm still recovering from a cold.
All right.
So I'll send out a teaser, by the way, for Friday. I just finished up over the weekend my video. My rare note spotlight. I was very persistent.
Huh. Yeah.
I just finished up my, I think, 4th rare note spotlight,
Oh, cool. What's cool?
and it was the 1869 rainbow $1 note,
Ooh, that's
and it's one of 17 notes that are graded 66 or higher. There's only one 67 graded by PMG,
all right.
and 15 66s, and a bunch of 65s, but PCGS banknote is only graded um, 3 65s or higher. I agree with you, Dr. Wise. I mean, that note is on my bucket list. I dig it. It is one of the coolest notes.
Yep. Yep. Absolutely.
This is, what's interesting is how fast I could possibly move doing this, Ontario.
We can put this up while we're talking or try to.
Well, if I'm going to go into zone, okay, so there's your $1. Yeah.
Hey, Martin. I'm doing okay. I hope you are.
All right. So if I'm going to share this screen, all right, can everybody see that? Should be able to see the refunding certificate. So I cut Ontario's note off.
It's all right. I'll leave it up.
So
Morning, Bill. I see you on here
there it
too.
is. Okay, so that's
Oh,
okay. Sorry, folks. When we put something up, we don't know. I don't know what's going on. I shouldn't say we. Ontario's an innocent bystander.
yeah, I'm an innocent victim.
But between that 1880 or just it doesn't have to be the 1880. Was the all 1880s that 50, 100, or I can't remember if it was something else.
What's that?
The $50.
The $50.
Is it just series 1880?
Well, I think there's an 1874, 75, and
Yeah,
78.
that's what I thought. Yeah.
They all look the same pretty much. I mean, kind of.
Well, and that's kind of the discussion. So what's a refunding certificate? Jimmy Dyer. I mean, isn't that a cool note?
That's cool.
But you got to have like 2 or 3 grand. So it's on, I got to get my lazy deuce first. Um, this is like an oversized note. So it's kind of like an interest note. It did have legal tender status, meaning it could circulate as currency. But you could buy it, and it was basically a 1 year, 2 year, 3 year. You could make interest on it, but it also could circulate as money. And the government, it was kind of a test program. So the feds issued it to right at the end of the Civil War into the 1870s, right? People
Right.
weren't trusting paper currency. So this was one of the ways for folks to buy paper currency. And the whole silver thing was happening at the same time. Huge. Bill Hetland's on. Hey, Bill. I didn't see that. I didn't see you pop on. So, anyways, it's one of the coolest notes ever. But it is spendy and it is weird. But it's like taller than it's like an inch taller, inch and a half taller than a normal large size note. Bill Hetland. So Bill, I had the pleasure to meet Bill down at the Chicago Central States show a couple of years ago. Um, so it was good to meet Bill, and we've stayed in touch. He's always nice enough to greet and meet me and wish me happy holidays. And there you go, Bill. Um, yeah, unobtainable notes. I look for low hanging fruit. Martin, I agree with you. I mean, this is why. I mean, this is a good example. Ontario talking about low hanging notes. I mean, if you want, everybody faces this problem. Everybody. If you want a certain note, the the more it costs, the lesser grade it tends to fall into your hands. Um, so Ontario, I'm assuming you're still there. Did I lose everybody?
I'm here.
Where are you?
Sorry, I had to walk in the other room for a second.
Oh, okay.
I'm here.
Yeah, Ontario had to go get his morning cocaine hit because he's a cokehead. Just in case anybody, you guys don't know. Um, so Martin Bowen, I'm curious, just starting your currency collection, thanks to us or blame us. So what I'm curious, since we got you, what are you going after first? I mean, what's and part of that question, it's always budget. It always is like what can you afford?
Right.
IMBO. I'm the worst acronym guy ever, Martin, because I'm an idiot. IMBO. I am broke. It's a nice FRN. 1922 gold certificates. All right. That if there is, yes, 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 and yes. I mean, because that to me, you can find $10. I mean, for me, well, this is interesting. You see, let me see if I can pull these guys out. This is entertaining. This is entertainment at its best, isn't it?
Really, it's certainly spontaneous.
Yes.
Yeah, 22 gold certificates are awesome. They're also available. That's the other thing. You can find them.
All right. So Martin, I'm going to talk to Martin here. FRBNs, yes. And I don't know how well you're going to be able to see these. That's not too bad. So, all right. So this is one of the first golds I got. And you know what? It's got a hole in it. You can see it. But for me, I'm just like, it's a great looking note, right? But I sent it in and it got grade 15 details because, it's kind of, I don't want to say holier than the Pope, but, and then the 10. And that graded a little bit better at a 20, but it's still a good looking note, and the backs are always important. And this back is pretty decent. And then to complete this little set was the 50, and the 50 is the hard one. I feel like I'm Daniel from Coin Help You with a shitty camera and shitty lights. Um, but anyways, good looking back. But these are all grades 15, and I'm not saying you can have to collect this way, but that's what has been able to make the collection affordable for me.
Yes,
Makes sense?
yes.
I wonder.
In other words, you can have one note in high grade or three notes in a lower grade.
Yeah. And it's funny because I'm debating.
Ooh, a 20 in AU 55. I bet that's a beautiful note. That's what Martin has.
Oh, yeah. See, Martin, yeah, you can't buy that note and not say that, you know,
Big
that's
apple here.
so
Big
you got the FRBNs, I'm assuming large size. So really, for a normal collector, you're only going to get the 1, 2, 5, and maybe the 10. I didn't collect the 10 because the Minneapolis one didn't issue it.
Yeah.
So I'm curious if this, I'm going to try to set up, and I'm just going to take the camera off my computer so you don't have to see my ugly ass face.
Um, I'm still getting used to the delay between us, Dan. I think this is a,
Yeah, I just don't even pay attention to it.
yeah.
All right, so if I shoot that down, let's see what happens here. Well, I can't make it. I'm gonna have to duct tape it, Ontario. I can't get my clamp,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Well, I think, yeah, it's 1137 maybe, Martin. I think that 10.
it's not too bad of a light. I suppose if I turned it right side up, I suppose I could figure out the glare on this. That's the glare is the biggest issue.
Yeah. Yeah, we got Big Apple in the house too.
Oh shit. You are dreaming, Big Apple.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks everybody. We're leaving now.
Oh, Martin's got the 1, the 5, the 10, and the 20 Federal Reserve Bank note. That 20's really hard.
Yeah, the 20s are tough, but they're great notes.
Yeah.
All right, I'm trying to figure out. Sorry about my camera. I should turn it off, but you know me, I'm not gonna.
That's right, Martin. 1187. Yeah.
So go ahead and have fun posting. Ooh, want to see my junk stuff?
It's like an Alfred Hitchcock movie, isn't
I got a couple. There's a Canadian, a couple Canadian from Dean. I got a couple Mexican in there from Joe from the Coin Box.
it? Hey, Jeff.
Of course, I got my big kilo copper bar.
Jeff Davis is here too.
Hey, Jeff Davis, good morning. We're all testing this out. Big Apple, I figured out. So I'm trying to use something, so we're just going to have to look at that. Trying to figure out a way without grabbing duct tape, because I like duct tape as much as the another guy.
Right.
Anyways, I'm going back. I'm not going to do it. We're going to go back to the camera mount, Ontario, and we'll worry about that another day.
Yeah. We're just testing things out, guys.
You know, this is the level of professionalism that we go to for you.
Looking now for the $50 1922 gold and the 50. Well, Martin, if you're talking about the $50 Federal Reserve banknote, that's the highest you can go. I don't think there are any hundreds. Isn't that right, Dan? For the large size, anyway, the large.
No, 1922 gold certificates.
Yeah, gold you can get 50 and 100 and
You can
500.
get the 100, but the 100 doesn't match. They never updated it from the 1882 design.
Right, right. But he's talking. Look at the chat. Martin
I
says
am.
100 Federal
No,
Reserve.
FRBNs, they did not do hundreds. They only did the 50 from St. Louis. And there's only like 30 known or something weird.
Very low. Yeah,
And they're like 50 grand a pop.
they're expensive. Yeah.
Big Apple, you know what? I don't think anybody who lives in a glass house should be throwing rocks, my friend. I'm just saying. I'm just going to say that because I think the only person worse than showing notes than you and coins is Daniel from Coin Help You. And I will say this also. Oh, what do I want to do?
I just got a greeting from Dustin. He said he'd join us if he could, but he was at work. So
He's teaching our future. We got to let him do it.
yeah.
So I got lucky and I got this note, and I'll be doing a video on this. And of course, you know, it's got that. So I'm talking to Big Apple. You guys will hear this in a video, but the beginning of next year too. I'm talking to Big Apple. Of course, this is the Morgan back. And so I'm like, I have to buy. I have to buy a coin now. Because
Man,
how can I not have an 1886 Morgan back without having an 1886 Morgan? Not that you can see this here. I'm totally Daniel from Coin Help You. Total. Anyways, there we go. Whatever. So thank you, Big Apple. Shout out to him. I offered to pay for it and he didn't let me because he's such a nice guy, even though he steals money from blind ladies that are selling pencils on the corner and follows trucks for shit to fall off.
fall off. That's true. Well,
Martin,
yeah, sorry, Martin. Yeah, I see
Martin,
what.
there is no apologies for anything, my friend. Nothing. Never, never, never apologize. Always learning.
Yeah,
Always learning.
the
But
fellow,
yeah, the FRN. So yeah, go on the FRNs.
they're cool.
That is cool. And you know, so this is like, okay, guys, we're on here and I'm putting together a narrowed list. I don't know if I'm going to do a PDF kind of a book thing. I don't know. But it stemmed off the top 100 book by, you know, Bowers and Sundin or something. And, you know, that book it's great. It's a great book. And by the way, it's really hard to find now. It's totally out of print.
Yep.
They're very expensive. But so I'm trying to make a type note a type note series, including small size, because I think small size needs to be, there's a lot of good small size notes. So what can you collect in a series? In 100 notes, what can you collect? So and this goes back from the debate that we had on the Roundtable Ontario.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so if I have like the FRNs that Martin is collecting, the 1914 FRNs, right?
I put the 10 back up.
Okay, do they just come in blue seals?
No.
Correct. They originally made with red seals. So the red seals are really expensive. So what I'm suggesting for folks is to say, hey, get one good example of a red seal and leave that and then get the 5, 10, 20, 50, 100 in the blue seals that are much more affordable.
Right.
And let that be your type collection.
Right.
Thoughts?
Well, the 5 and the 10 in red seal is not that bad, but
No,
but
they're like 4 times the cost of a blue seal,
well,
depending on grade.
depends on the grade, but they're affordable. But when you start going above that, you start getting in the 20s, and of course the 50s are crazy. Um, yeah, I think that's a good goal. Really, is to put the blue group together and get one red. I think that's good.
Yeah, and just you have that example. And same goes with other series that do this.
All right.
For example, if you're into national banknotes, the large ones. So,
Yeah.
especially the originals, right?
Yep.
It's like, okay, I just need one greenback or one value back. I don't have to get all of them or whatever. I mean, my affordable read range, I'll be lucky if I can get a 20. But yeah, so
There you go. I'm switching
there's
notes.
your there's your greenback, right? You show the back of that?
I'll show the back of it in a second. It's all this delay. I'm still getting used to the delay.
Yeah, I just forget about it. Forget about the delay and we're having the conversation.
I've got a national coming up here to put on the screen. That's a
Okay, so and they also have the brown seal and the blue seal. So you throw in one of them as an example. And do you need to get both the 20 brown seal and the like, Ontario has, and he's lucky enough to do that, and he's skillful enough to do that because I know Ontario, you don't throw money away going after notes.
no. I'm putting
You
up the
are
brown
you
seal
are
now, and
Ontario chooses very wisely. So does Big Apple, by the way. I hate to give him any credit, but
the Apple does.
anyhow, so that's just kind of the way. And there's a couple other series. You talk about the legal tender notes. Okay, so should I get a rainbow for the 1, 2, 5, 10, 20, 50, 100? Not that you can ever get all those, but those. So I'm like, no, well, you can get one rainbow, make it the $1 one, actually make it another one because the twos and the fives are actually less than the ones. It's one of those weird things.
That's
Um,
weird. Yes, but it is. Yes.
So you just get one rainbow note and get the rest. You can get one brown seal, one red seal, one large red seal, make one, make the, whatever the case may be. And that's what's kind of nice with those legal tender notes from 1869 to 1917 with the one, is that you get the 1917 in a really nice grade. And then you filter back and get the 2.5, however, how much you can afford, obviously. So no red, but unobtainable. So Martin is you're relating to the FRNs. I think you can find a red seal FRN in a 5. If I can do it, I think I don't mean anybody can. I mean not everybody can. I'm just it's always hard to talk about this, and this is something where I want to make people feel comfortable about it. Is
Right.
like it's hard to talk about. Well, what'd you spend? Everybody wants to know. I get it. And it's like, I honestly, I'd have to go to the list for some of these, but the $50 gold certificate I got, what, last year?
Yeah.
And I searched for a year hunting this one down for the right grade, the right price, the right auction. And I probably missed 4 or 5 of them. I think I was $750 all in.
Got a good deal.
And I got it from Heritage. And at the time, Ontario was helping me with this.
Yep.
Ontario, remember on eBay, you couldn't find this note for this grade less than 1,000.
Correct.
And same with this guy here, this pickup. And Ontario, Ontario loves spending your money. So don't watch auctions with Ontario. There's a greenback.
That's a date back. Yeah, it's
Oh,
21.
date back. Yeah, with the green. Yes. And so yeah, anyways.
Yeah. Go
So
ahead.
these notes that Ontario's showing, they're starting to creep up, not as much as the value back.
The value back's high.
The value backs are very, out of all the greenback nationals, the 1882, the date backs and the value backs were only like 15% total of what was produced
Yeah.
because it was at the end of the charter period. By the way, Ontario, did you catch my little joke on my last video that I threw out on the small size notes when I was talking about the national banknotes being a fourth charter?
Yeah, you did. Yeah. Here's one from the, I just happened
Yeah,
to,
Martin, I'm with you. Totally. That's what I did for my collection. I've got the 100 left, and I kind of paint myself into a corner because I only want Minneapolis Federal Reserve notes. If you're not painting yourself into that corner, you can find 100s a lot cheaper from New York, Philly, the bigger districts. But yeah, I only have a 5 of the red seal, and that's it. I'm not going to go get a 10 in a red seal. It's too much money.
Gen
This
X.
note, Ontario, tell a little story. I'm going to go fill up my coffee.
Well, Gen X wants to know, do we do any giveaways
You know
on?
what? I'd like to give Gen X away because you know what, Gen X, welcome Gen X. Good to see you. Good to hear from you. One of the best things about Gen X, if you've ever seen his channel and you want to know what the US Mint and how their products, it's actually interesting for people that care. But I turn on YouTube at night and I hit Gen X channel and I'm out cold. It's awesome. Thanks, Gen X, for helping me get to sleep fast. I really appreciate that.
Funny.
All right, tell them about this note of the South Carolina note. I got to go get a cup of coffee, refill.
What do you want me to tell them?
Well, how it's a South Carolina national. Those aren't just lying around.
They're not just lying around. This is a note I picked up. I believe this was an eBay find. I was lucky to find this one because I actually had a small size note from the same bank, same charter. So that's the reason I bought the large one. I don't have the small one here at home now, right now, but I sent this note in because I bought it raw, and I sent it in to for grading. No, Martin, this is a national banknote, um, but it came back a 12, and I was happy with that. I thought it was probably a 12 or a 15. Um, so that's pretty much it. And perfect timing. Dan's back.
I am back.
Martin,
Uh,
is that an obsolete? I said, no, that's a national banknote. But let's see. The obsoletes were issued, what was it, Dan, prior to 1866?
yeah, pretty much, yeah, 1870. They weren't done, but 99.9% of them were.
There's an obsolete. Just happen to have that one here. Actually, I should put that one up before. So here's one that I like. I like the artwork on that.
Oh yeah, Bank of Georgetown. So this is I'm gonna see Gen X. Glad to help. All right, yeah, no, I don't do giveaways. Ontario, feel
Now,
free. Um,
give information away.
yeah, I give my time and effort.
Oh, somebody said that. Martin said that. I like that.
Um, so obsoletes. So in 1861, when the United States federal government decided to make it legal for the federal government to issue currency, although how you interpret the Constitution, it doesn't specifically say you can't issue paper currency as the federal government. Um, so they passed a law, and if you were to, like the Bank of Georgetown, they could order up from what the American Banknote Company and say, "Hey, print my own notes." And usually they were run by the states, or what am I trying to say?
State banks.
Well, they had to get a state charter to issue currency.
Right.
So they were regulated. There's it is. We're regulated by the state. And if you passed out, $20,000 in currency, you had to have like a third of that in gold and silver sitting in your vault. It's something like that. And
Yeah.
so it became actually a really good moneymaker to make your own money. Again,
And
no comments there, right?
and increase the supply of the money supply in the economy.
Correct. So when the Federals started making the money in 1861, really 1862 with the new legal tenders, um, they passed a law saying you can go ahead and print your own money still, but you have to pay a 10% federal tax on it. And that wiped out the profitability. Now, it was still profitable to do it for Western banks because keep in mind during the Civil War up until probably mid 1880s, it was very difficult for anyone west of the Mississippi River to get coin, silver, gold. And even when they were printing currency, it didn't make it very far west. It barely made it over the Appalachian Mountains. So people were in need of currency. And this is where the obsoletes kept going on because the local banks could still print them and make some money. So it went through to about the 1870s for the most part. Then it became interest bearing notes. Then it became scrip.
Right.
At scrip, when you hear someone refer to scrip, technically an obsolete, scrip is a subsidiary of obsoletes, and scrip is where store merchandise. Here's
Right.
$5 worth of merchandise for scrip. Or railroads were big on making scrip. They would pay. You would hear, if somebody's seen a bad movie. Hey, Stu Plubeck's on.
Two backs here. Let me answer a question that
Yeah, exactly. Stu's
answer,
the baby
no,
behind.
Ben asked, where is Gaffney for the geography challenge? If you know where Charlotte, North Carolina is, think southwest. And as you move into South Carolina, you'll run into Gaffney. It's in that area.
So, Stu, just to let you know, my friend, be ready.
Yeah.
Be ready because I think we figured it out on how to go live
Thanks, Jeff.
with Zoom. I finally got it to work this morning and I was testing and screwing it around and I'm pretty sure I was live. Or I wasn't live. I was private, but I wanted to make sure. So, of course, who else am I going to call that's, also up this early on a Monday morning is my friend Ontario. And he, of course, answered the challenge. And I'm this same thing with Dean the other night. It was just like, hey. So yeah, Bill Hetland saying hi to Steve because me and Steve met Bill at that Chicago show.
Cool. That's cool.
All right, Dr. Wise, please email me. Thank you. Good to check in. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Dr. Wise.
Big Apple, are you still on? The Bank of Hamburg.
Yeah, the
That's
city
a
that
beautiful note. That is with that orange.
I love the orange, and they're hard to find. Some banks are hard. Put it that
And
way.
this is one of those questions where, a lot of the orange notes today may have been red.
Oh, when they were first printed. Yeah. No,
And
that's.
they turn to orange after a while, but I'm pretty sure that's orange.
I think that's been orange, but that's
Thanks, Dr. Wise.
American Banknote Company.
Gen X, yeah, you can. No, if Gen X, if I really want to chase away people, I'm getting Gunny. Gunny, come on. Because he's probably one of the few people that's worse than me than bouncing all over the place on subjects. But so Stu Plebeck, if you're clued in, we're just talking about, you know what? We're gonna turn the camera, turn the whole Google YouTube machine on, and through Zoom, we're just gonna,
Had people.
yep, talk. That's it. Good morning. So
That's
I kind of figured it out. So I'm just gonna say Black Crypto. Black Crypto is in the house. I got to give credit to Black Crypto, BLK Crypto. Um, and I know what the BLK stands for. But I don't want to really reveal him because he's a private guy, and I respect that, even though he's a jerk. Um, he was one of my very, very, very first supporters on Polar Currency, and he was there. We still talk on the phone today, go back and forth, but he helped a lot with just a sounding board of what I should do and where do I go. So thank you for that, Mr. BLK Crypto. And so for you folks that are just waking up, yeah, I don't know. So Mr. Crypto, I'm just curious if you're Central Time or Pacific Time. Not that it matters because you probably still get up at the same time. I'm just curious if Ontario is still here.
I'm here.
Good, because I had to get this tiny cup of coffee.
Yeah. You got to have another cup.
That's my second cup, which means it's like my 18th.
All right. You may have to leave the room for something else
Eventually. Well,
eventually.
maybe not. Maybe I just do what I got to do, you know?
There you go. If the cup's empty, use it for something else.
Will I be in Rosemont? No. So, as many of you know, good question because I really thought about driving down there. Um, Mr. Crypto is talking about Rosemont, Illinois, and it's the same place where they have the Central States show, but this is not the Central States. Um, and I was tempted to because I know that they have currency grading there. Um, so regardless, I can't because of work schedule, but more importantly, literally daughter is due any day now with grandbaby. So
Oh, that's great.
she's due in 2 days, but doctor's thinking it should be this week, whatever. So
Yeah.
not that that's a big deal, but I just need to be around. I'm only up with the early because there is a Missouri defense. What is it, Stu? Is it the 450? Is it another one? And by the way, Stu, how's the job going? How's trainer going? Stu got a new job training poker dealers, and I got a
Poker.
set of threes for you. Threes. Look at that, baby.
Threes. Yeah.
Jeff Davis. Yes, grandkids, first one. This is the oldest daughter having her first. 50.
50.
50
Cool.
bucks. What does 50 bucks mean? Is that in response to something else? Because
You're asking about Missouri defense bond. I'm assuming it's a 50, maybe. I don't know.
a 50. I gotta go look that up.
Not sure what that looks like.
Well, I'm assuming it might be on eBay, so I'm just gonna bid the crap out of Stu.
Ah, yeah, you'll see these obsoletes later, guys. I just happen to have these home, so I'm working on a set of South Carolina obsoletes. So
Which is an amazing. Wow,
you find it?
I did.
Okay.
It's a buy it now, but
Cool.
I think I can. I always forget this. Here, this is what Stu Plubeck is going after. I show you that.
Still
Every,
my mind.
everybody should be seeing that.
Yeah, get it. Cool.
So these were issued to during the Civil War to pay Confederate Missouri soldiers, and I say it that way because Missouri literally was divided in half Confederate, half, well, less than half Confederate, but a very strong half. And the Union drove them out, and they went and made their capital in Arkansas, at first and then to Texas. And what's ironic is their state seal, I can't remember the slogan, but it converts to like, together one, we are stronger. And it shows two bears. So their state seal was kind of ironic at the time. Why
Yeah.
you know that stuff, I don't know why. Sorry.
Well, that's all right. It's a beautiful note, Stu. I hope you get it.
Yeah, it is a very nice note.
Martin says he's been buying currency through our recommendations over the last 4 months.
Oh boy, I'm sorry, Martin.
Bought the North Africa series. Cool. That's a cool series.
Hey, Martin, that buying North Africa's, that is actually that's a good tester. That really is. I mean, North Africa's, yes, you got to have the North Africa series. There's only 3 notes. You have to have them. Yeah, Stu, I did. I thought I saw the one you were looking at, but I didn't want to show that. So,
Right.
um, anyways, yeah, the North Africa's, and so you can spend some money, and if your grading is off, they do hold their value. And if your grading is learning, great, but they're good notes to do that with. And again, those are some of the small size with the Hawaii's that they're must haves. Ontario, he had a question. If it's a remainder note, it's going to be one of two things. What's
Huh.
confusing about remainder notes were never issued, but
Right.
some folks confuse them to saying that they don't have a serial number or they don't have a date or they don't have signatures. That's normally the case that they will have none of those, but that's not always the case.
Okay.
Normally when you see normally when you see signatures, they still can be remainder notes because they won't be dated or have a serial number on them, and
Right.
that's still considered a remainder.
Yep. Yep.
But that looks to appear, is that an 1849?
Yeah. That one's up now is, yeah.
That's awesome.
That's a issue. This is the one that was up just before that.
And it appears that is not a remainder.
Not a remainder. I was looking to see if I had a remainder here, but
Remainders should be like AU 50 or more, and they're generally less money. So that's one of the things that I have a lot of my obsoletes are remainders because they are less.
no, I really don't have one right here. I'll put this back up.
So the obsolete notes, there's a kind of I'll call it a value. Yeah, Stu Plubeck, I am going to once again say, yeah, I like the North Africas better than the Hawaii notes. The Hawaii notes have a little bit better story because it's easier to tell behind those notes. But the North Africas, man, that blue and yellow with the black, and it just to me it's a much more eye-popping note. But getting back to the pecking order of value, so if you're looking at large size currency as a value, large size really is probably going to have your best holding power. So what I mean by that, if you bought the note today, you should be able to sell it tomorrow for at least 70% of the value. Maybe you can get your money back. I'm just saying, if you
Right.
took it to a reputable dealer and they know what they're doing, a fair price if you bought the note today and you gave it tomorrow. Do you agree with that?
I agree. I agree. You should expect that much
Yeah,
out of
they've got to make money.
yeah, sure.
And so with that said, all right, so if I bought a small size note, might not be depending on the small size note, it's always dependent on everything, right?
Yeah.
But giving an average note with, let's say, a 45, an XF grade, let's call it
Right.
that.
Okay.
A small size, you're probably not going to get 70%
Um,
because that's just the way it is.
right.
And then you go into the errors. and there you might get less because you could also get more depending on who's buying. There's just less people collecting each one of these.
Correct. Yes.
And so then you get into the errors, you get into the fancy serial numbers, they tend to depreciate faster. And then you get into the obsoletes, and they're the next ones. And I would say, Ontario, if you bought yours for $10 today, you'd be lucky if you got five tomorrow.
You'd be lucky to get half back
Yeah.
out. You had to
Yeah.
sell them quickly. Yes.
In world banknotes, it's even worse. It's
You
even
almost with obsoletes, I'll just mention that, and I've just been doing this a little while. I've seen that you'd almost have to sell them yourself, get out on eBay and try to find another collector that valued them as much as you.
Yep.
The other thing is be careful, don't overpay for obsoletes either.
Mm-hmm.
It depends on the note. I mean, you can get into obsoletes that are expensive and genuinely are rare.
Yes. Yeah. And they will hold their value.
Yes, and but many of them are not. There are plenty of them around.
Another interesting thing about the North Africa notes that was different from the Hawaii notes, the North Africa notes, if they found during World War II, if they found their way back to the United States, they could be used as currency. That was not true with Hawaiian overprints.
Ah,
Hawaiian prints overprints could only be used for on the on Hawaii and with
why?
military personnel.
See, I learn something new every day.
Yeah, Stu Plubeck throwing out a good comment. Each of those, there's specialized categories. There's going to be a reduced amount of interested buyers, and they know that their investment is going to sit there. That's exactly right, Stu. Thank you.
Exactly right. Yeah, takes
Yep,
long.
they're gonna have to sit on it for a while. Just like if you put it on eBay,
Right.
it's gonna sit there for a long time. Not a long, maybe not. I don't know. If
Maybe.
it's priced right and fairly, it will sell, but obsoletes take longer.
Yes.
They just do. My $20 1922 gold fruit was my first purchase. That was Stu's fault, the prick. I'm talking about Stu, not you, Martin. Yeah, I mean, if there's two notes that I would suggest anybody to get, especially if you're a coin collector, that $20 gold certificate, man, that is it. I would also say the $10 gold certificate, and if you can afford it, Ontario, what would be a very nice thing to pair with that $10 gold certificate? Did I lose Ontario? Ontario might have had to step away. So I'll answer my own question because, I'm used to talking to myself.
Sorry, what did you say?
No, if I, there was the comment that, Martin was saying his $20 was just like Stu, and he, sadly listened to Stu, and his first purchase was a $20 1922 gold certificate.
Right.
And I would recommend that. I also might say, hey, you might get a $10 gold certificate because what could you get that would pair with that if you're a coin guy?
Yeah, I agree.
$10 coin,
Yeah, you
$10
could
gold coin.
get a $10 gold or $20 or five,
Yeah.
not a 10 or
$10
20.
might be a little bit more expensive, obviously. If you're on the budget for me, it's get a 1899 silver certificate, a Black Eagle, and get a Morgan, get a nice Morgan. Doesn't have to be an 1899, but you get the gist.
Right. Jeff Davis says he's been working on colonial and continental currency.
Yeah, that's another branch.
Whole different branch. Yeah.
That is a whole different branch. Jeff, I should have mentioned that. Um,
Lighting on this sucks, but
that's not too bad. I think it's pretty good. That's a beautiful note too. Um, okay, Martin. Yeah, he does have the coins. That's some cha-ching. But there, man, if you bought them a couple years ago, you have done well.
done really well.
But yes, getting back I was going to go back to Jeff Davis.
Colonial and, I don't know. He was talking about the colonial currency, Dan.
Dang it, I missed.
What did you miss?
Well, we might have somebody joining us here, but I missed the admit button somehow.
Okay.
Hold on. Admit, I got him. So I might have been stupid enough to allow someone else in the house.
Oh, that's good. Let's see.
John Hanna, yes, the $5. It's funny because, for folks just joining in, that's exactly right. Is I just picked this up recently. I am such an idiot when it comes to this stuff. And this is, by the way, just so FYI, I mean, I'll say it. This was the most expensive note that I've bought in to date. And it was $1,500 all in. And because guess who we just had joining us here is Mr. Big Apple, who also paired that note with an 1886 Philadelphia Morgan dollar that is depicted on the back of that note. Are you going to say anything, Mr. Big Apple?
Good morning. First of all, I didn't even know that you sent me a link or sent me whatever.
I know.
got
I was just quiet about it.
you got my government name sitting up front there. Now I'm
You can go in and
definitely,
change that.
yeah, we're gonna look like we gotta get clip somebody out here. Forget about it.
As well as you are, folks. If you don't know, and if you don't know, you're lucky. I might add. This is Big Apple Stacker, and if you haven't checked out his channel, you're doing yourself some disservice. And Big Apple has officially been added to the panel. So I'm going to stop at answers. Yes, I use.
Yeah, you're gonna answer.
When Stu, you're talking about Don Kelly's book, and Don Kelly's book is expensive, but it also is probably the least expensive sort for for obsoletes.
Right.
But I've picked up all of these obsolete paper money books, and they do a much nicer job of colorized notes, and giving the stories. You can see they have information on the banks. They got much more information. But the problem is, this is a massive book.
Yeah, it's heavy.
I mean, this is well over 500 pages.
Yeah.
But it is only it's volume 2 for New England, part 1, Connecticut, Maine, and New Hampshire. So there's 8 total volumes of this. So they're not cheap. But last Father's Day in June, they had a sale on those. You could get them for $30 a piece. And
Yep.
if you bought 3 or 4 of them at a time, you only paid one shipping. And that was through Whitman Publishing, the all-seeing eye of currency now. But it was a good deal. And right now, I think they're like $60 a book, which is still really cheap for that. So I'm kind of converting over to those books. But Don Kelly's books, you'll see it. It's out of print. And we're talking about the obsolete Don Kelly book. He also has the National Banknote book. So,
well, one thing you can do if you're only interested, I just bought the region of the country that I was interested in. So I just bought one book, and I bought volume 1, which kind of is an overview of the entire obsolete currency series and history. And I enjoyed reading that. So also keep in mind, depending on where you live, check into your state and see if someone has written a book about your state's obsoletes. I find a number of states where collectors have done that. Don't you have one from Minnesota? Dan?
I do, yes. I'm
And I have one for South Carolina, so I know that they
you
exist.
can't see it, but these are all the books.
Oh,
But this is the Don Kelly book that Stu was talking about.
yeah.
So that's the book. And again, you're going to find that this is $100 because it's out of print, but it's worth it. It really is worth it. And it also has colored pictures, but just not near, doesn't have the amount of information that the Whitman encyclopedias do. Then if your state is lucky enough, man, I'm avoiding glare. This is Minnesota, obsolete banknotes and script. Um, but it's only, I shouldn't say it's only in black and white. But what's kind of cool about it is that he gives a lot of detailed information if it is there. And there you're seeing Ontario.
Austin Sheehan's book, South Carolina Obsolete Notes and Script. And I understand this book is in the process of being updated because this copy is from 2003, but it's the last one. And I believe this book is also out of print, but you can find it online for like $50. So not obtainable even as it is.
So we got Star ATL in the house. Welcome. Can't believe you have a penny for your YouTube icon. Ugh. Sorry. But, aren't I mean, Big Apple? I'm just terrible.
I tell you.
But Star ATL, he was the one that told me, hey, these books are on sale. And he actually, we
Yes.
did a little swap of books. He actually, he went crazy and bought two extras. So he's like, you want them? And I'm like, well, I got to send you something. So we swapped some books with Star ATL. But they do very greatly because you can find them because people will get out of the hobby. So
Yeah.
get on eBay, get on, whatever, Facebook Mark, I don't know, get on whatever. And you can find those books less expensive, but you're going to get hit with shipping. So keep an eye on that because you ship two of those books, it's like 20 pounds. It's like 20 pounds
Yeah. Expensive.
from my weedy days. From your weedy, I'm sorry. Here I'm making fun of Lee, Star ATL's
Look,
icon. He's a big wheat cent guy. Now I feel bad. No, I don't. I actually
we,
don't at all.
we appreciate him telling us about those books being on sale. I do.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
So
And I,
Big Apple.
Yeah.
So I mean, I know it's funny what you get started in. Like this is the book that I think most of us will recommend and use on a day to day. This is always on my desk. I'm always pulling it out. I want to bring this back up for conversation since we got Stu online. And Stu, I did send you an email, by the way, just FYI, if you're able. Um, so, but you use the red book, correct?
Correct.
Yeah. And it doesn't matter. I mean, I think the red book is basically the same information for the most part. There it is. Yep. The same information. I think the new one is out for this year, by the way, the ninth edition. I think the ninth just came out, but I could be wrong.
it came out this year.
It did?
I think the ninth edition is out and available, yes.
No,
But this book, what's nice about the red book, and I know that's a term applied to coins and things like that. The Krause book, yeah. What's nice about the red book is that it is smaller, more transportable. Like
Yeah.
Big Apple, tell me how you use your red book when you
You mean the little?
back your camera up a little bit. Perfect.
Okay. What are you talking about? What I?
Well, I mean, so here you can see how he's going in and marking his book with the notes that he have, and this is kind of his list. This is his low tech list of saying, hey, what have I got? And what's the best thing about going to a show with this book?
I already have everything already. I know what I have already.
And it's small.
Right.
Small look. It's about 2/3 the size of the big book, a little lighter.
Correct.
But anyways, what's nice about the red book, and I would recommend that, it doesn't have as much of, it doesn't have all the information that this one does. But what's nice about it, it comes out once a year, not every 3 or 4 years.
Right. This book you're talking about comes out
Yeah,
every year.
comes out annually instead of every 3
Right.
to 4 years. By the way, Bill Hetland, yeah, I'm pretty sure that if your state is west of the Mississippi or east of the Mississippi, odds are it's got an obsolete book in some way, shape, or form, whether it's the Whitman books or whether, like me in Ontario, there somebody individually did something.
Yes.
All right, so here's where I'm going to complain about this little book, and if anybody wants to ring in on this, okay, so we all thought the pricing on this was, we get it. They put that book out every 3 or 4 years. And the last time they issued it, they were putting it together in 2019, 2020. Well, then, guess what happened? COVID. All the prices blew up. Well, that book sat there until 2024 when they put out the new purple one. So I believe they inflated the prices on the purple one. I am finding a lot of inflated prices on the purple ones where I just don't believe that they're selling for that much, or it's just too big of a jump. I'm like, and if you're looking for a note to buy, you know, how else is a dealer or a person, buyer supposed to say, well, what's it worth? Well, you look in the books. And this is why I've gotten into, doing multiple banknote reporter, the RQ Red Quarterly book, which is okay,
Yep.
and getting yourself a green sheet. And by
Also,
the way, green sheet is wholesale and RQ is retail, but this is the same information. This information goes into RQ magazine, RQ quarterly, and then they times it by basically 1.3, give or
yeah.
take. But I found myself looking at multiple pricing things because I don't trust the purple book anymore. I just don't. I'm wondering if anybody else.
Well, I check, as I've said many times, current auctions against all of them. I mean, I always go out and see what people are paying for notes. Heritage, Stax Bowers, eBay.
Right. Thank you, Stu. I appreciate that. I get it. Did you have a bad hair day? Bad, you got, because I sent Stu a link and Stu's still got, morning hair.
That's fun.
So Ontario's been having fun with this state of this obsolete banknote collection. And again, I can't wait for this. And I know I'm going to have to, because it's going to take you a while to do the
Take a
research.
while to do that, do the research.
100%. I get it. This is where I'd encourage you to do one at a time, Ontario,
I think that's
because then you can start giving me that information quicker. What's the nickname of that note, by the way, Ontario?
that's a sweet potato dinner.
Sweet potato dinner. And no, none of those people are George Washington.
No, these are.
Walker Magnet. Walker Magnet's here. Good morning. And Walker Magnet was the first guy to join our live. This is, again, I will say this is another test thing. I promise I'm going to start being more organized. I realize it's Monday morning, but we were just testing this
Yeah.
and seeing what's happening.
Ooh, what does Big Apple have there? Obsolete paper money.
Yeah, that's the book. That is a great book, Big Apple. This is like it's the equivalent to the encyclopedia, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
Um,
need to pull this book out. It's so heavy.
so
I need it.
that's
I
where
need,
if you want to buy just one book, That is a great book to buy. It's
Yeah.
pretty, like me. It's very pretty.
Oh, yeah.
And then if you want to dive deeper, that's when you get into these guys. So that book that Big Apple is showing is kind of the introduction book to these books. So it explains the obsolete notes. It does go into some history, does go into individual notes, but it is a great reference book to get started. And I'd say it's above getting started. It's kind of like obsoletes 102.
Yeah. I mean, this book, I mean, first of all, you need a truck to back it up because I mean, this book is
Right.
it's really, it's a heavy book. It's when I was doing my research on some of the you know, notes that I was looking at one point. Great book, really great book. But it's just so big and so heavy. Like I said, you almost have to clear out your entire desk to pull this book out. You know what I'm saying? It's so.
Hey,
I mean,
I like big and heavy things, like me.
it is a great book. Uh, and I actually got this book real cheap, believe it or not.
You can, I mean, Star was talking about that. And Star, that is a good example. The Brown book is more of a story than a reference. It's got reference in it, but it's a great book. It's kind of coffee table-ish.
Yeah.
It's got more generic, but it is, if you don't know anything about obsoletes and you have a penchant for books, this is it. Good. Thank you for bringing that out.
Yeah.
Um, I do have to do a shout out. Um, I'm just giving you shit, Stu Plubeck. I just miss you. That's all.
Just keep in mind the prices are different between retail and yeah, and
Yeah.
wholesale, of course.
Prices are, yeah, prices on obsoletes, very hard because there's no new pricing out there. There's no new pricing obsolete guidelines. They're all 10 years old.
It's
But what
basic.
it does, it says, hey, this note is going to be more than that,
Right.
so it gives you a good idea.
Let you
I
know what's
would like
there.
to do a shout out. We got a guy all the way from Toledo, Spain.
Oh, wow.
And that's my friend Emilio, who reached out to me about 6 months ago. And Emilio, I got to chastise you. Got your how's your homework coming? Because chop, man. I can only go as fast as you are. I'm just kidding. I gave him a ton of homework. Emilio reached out. Emilio originally was from Puerto Rico, is from Puerto Rico, and his family moved to Spain. He went back and forth from the States to Puerto Rico, back to Spain, and has pretty much been in Spain. My understanding is for the last 20 years. Try being a U.S. banknote collector in Puerto Rico and then Spain. Not an easy thing. And I'm telling you, Emilio has a passion like there's no tomorrow. Well, Emilio just happened this summer to have a friend that lives literally 20 minutes away from me. He came into the States he does annually. And he's like, I'm coming to the Twin Cities, coming to St. Paul, actually. And he was up here and we got to hang out and spend the day and be currency dorks. And I did a little interview with him, and we're doing a talking money video that I'm putting together. And his collection's amazing. His story's amazing. His passion is amazing. So that's going to be coming up probably late October, probably within 30 days.
Sounds awesome.
It's a great story, and I'm telling you, you want to watch it. His notes and how he got them, when he got them, and
Mhm.
what they are. They're U.S. large size. He's got a ton of them. I'll give you a hint how far he goes. He actually has a fractional currency shield frame.
Wow.
Yeah, those are not. You
No,
just don't stumble across those.
no,
I'm not
no.
a big fractional guy, but
Me
man,
either.
if you want to just have one fractional, which
Yeah,
is
that's the one to have.
that's the one to have.
I want to back up here a second, Dan.
Yeah,
Jimmy Dyer made a comment. Want us to. I think we should all comment on it.
yeah.
Good point. He says the trouble with auction sale records is that they're skewed based on the added buyer's premium. But I sort of look at that as the cost plus the buyer's premium is the price. That's the way I look at it. I wondered what you thought about it.
I agree. I agree. If it's a $500 and there's 20% and I'm gonna pay, that's a $600 note plus shipping, handling. I mean, again, I look at, I don't like the investment aspect, but I am going to look at that premium. And that's what's so shocking about, somebody asked a question about how often do we buy on the round on auctions. As often as I can find the note and win that note.
Exactly.
Because I'm not kidding you. This note, I don't want to beat a dead horse. This Morgan back.
Yep.
All right. Again, Daniel, coin help you. Except I don't have 230,000 subscribers that I'm making money on, and I'm going to bitch about my bad camera.
Okay.
All right. Sorry, Ontario. That note, all in $1,500. I'm telling you, you go look up that note on eBay, and it's 2,000 minimum. Minimum. And that was all in price, $1,500.
Well, it's true. You must consider the premium, obviously, but
Yes.
if you want to pay $500, let's say 500 is your number, then you're going to have to bid like 420.
Right.
And kind of do the math and back it up. But
And that's what's nice about Heritage and others is that they do a nice job of saying this is, Heritage will say, okay, the note's $400 with buyer's premium 500.
yeah, whatever it is, yeah.
Yeah, you get both prices, so you know exactly what you're bidding on.
Before you push the button too.
Yes, thank you.
Yes. But good.
Hey, Apple, move your book a little to your left.
Oh, no, I'm just actually just looking.
I know. Well, we like looking too.
Yeah, I mean this note that you picked up, I think, because this is obviously what we use, right?
Yep.
You
Yep.
could pull up the gray sheet, you could continue buying these, but I think that just by having one of these books, could kind of lead you into the price. And obviously, what was that, a 15, correct?
That was a 15, so it's not, I doubt it's going to be in there.
Yeah, no, it's not in there, but I think that you picked it up at a good deal. Again, notes like that, I mean, are hard to pick up, right? Um, I just think that people just this is just a price what they come up with.
Well, put it this way: in the purple book, the big book, Friedberg, it's listing an F12 as $1,500.
Right. And that's in your book, right? And in this
Correct.
book here, an F12 would be, well, what's the FR number? I'm sorry.
261.
Right. It's 12 and a half, right?
Right.
But
Well,
again, this could never be accurate, right?
no,
Unless
in my Friedberg book, it lists it an F12 is 1,500. The 262 is 1,250.
right,
But the prices vary because again, these guys only do once a year. These guys only do every 3 to 4 years. But
right.
the curious thing is you take that same note, it goes up to 2,500 in a VF20.
Yeah.
So that's where have an idea of what your pricing is, and don't just use what Big Apple's using. You need. I go to Heritage and search recent sales.
Right.
And if you haven't seen that, well, here let me set my screen up. And someone tell me don't do this, but I'll go into Heritage and we'll share this screen. So everybody should be seeing my screen. Everybody, are you seeing Heritage, guys? You should be, anyways.
Yep. We are seeing Heritage.
All right. So this is just the homepage of Heritage, and so what I always do is I go into over here, all sold. I come in here, I hit currency down over here, and then you've got this upper menu. I always switch to gallery view because you see more notes per page. And then you come up to here to hit all currency. So let's say I want to search only large size notes. Okay, there we go. Then I got to hit my button. Then over here, I'm just searching. I know it's a silver certificate. I can go in here. If I want to type in the FR number, FR 261. Boom. I'm there. So up here, I will hit recent sales. And there it is. I'm always curious. Is that my note?
Yep, that's your note.
It is my note.
And
Right
then
there.
saying that if you would like, you could also make an offer to the owner
Buy it from
for
yourself.
I can
1950 or
buy it for
more.
myself and make $400.
Wow.
Wow,
Correct.
I didn't know I had that. It's the first time I've ever seen a note that I bought, on there.
Yeah. I
Anyway,
mean, again, Dan, when you go to these notes, you see what a 15 to 30, a 30, 30,
yes,
30, and you see
yes.
where the ballpark is at. So
Right.
you're saying that you
This-
just got half of it, which you were right in the ballpark. I mean, you were right there. You were either, it's not like you overpaid, right?
But no, I don't think I got a great deal. I when I
I
say
I think I think you got a great. I think you got a very good deal. I don't
I
think
got,
that you got. I mean, I don't think you got hit over the head. I'm going to tell you that right now. I mean, you could have gotten clipped if
well,
you
and
would have
that's
probably, you know,
and this is where when we were on this auction, Dean and Ontario were with me watching it. And I know the note's coming. And whenever I have a note, you can preview the auction before it comes on, and you can follow the note, right? You can track it. So
right,
notes that I'm looking for, whether I'm gonna in the market to buy them, I know I want it for my collection, I will track that note. So I knew it was coming, did the research. And when I do that, I generally know, is it a good deal? All right.
right,
So by the way, you can also search by grade. Come down here. I want to look fine because that's my category. And here you can see where, different notes, they sell for different prices, but this was September. So the last fine note to sell before mine was 2024 last year. But like Big Apple said, Big Apple, that's a great comment on it, is you can see the varying degrees of, hey, this is a 20, so is this, so is this. This is where I appeal comes in.
right. I appeal the condition of the note, obviously any notes in the back and what it's telling you. And is it tear? Is it stained?
Yep.
It's true. I was talking to Convict Currency and I was telling him it's true. Getting a note stained, because sometimes I don't mind having a note that has,
Yeah.
so,
My
I mean, it
like
could
this.
be a little, hard to get some of these notes.
And by the way, the Heritage has got, and so does Stax Bowers, by the way, great pictures. So you can really zoom in on these guys. So this note, it is a straight grade with comments. And here's the comment: rust and splits. And by the way, Ontario, I'm going to
Yeah.
go over there, get off Missouri. Let me get to
While you're moving around, Stu won the note, by the way. So
awesome. Was it did you, so and I don't have to ask, did he get a fair price? Because Stu's not going to buy the note if it's not a fair price.
got it for $88.88, he said.
Holy shit, that's cheap.
That's a great buy.
But at least looking at that other note, right? Well, here's the note, by the way, that I was looking at that I showed you earlier. So Stu just got this note for, and who knows what the grade is. This is about uncirculated, which is probably right. But they want 185 bucks straight up for this note. By the way, this note is, I have the $4.50.
Yeah.
This is on tissue paper. It's like 9,800-year-old person skin, and you can really see that. Anyways, we want to go to Ontario. Mind if I show your video that you did yesterday?
Go ahead.
So I'm going to try to find it. So here's what kills me. You know what? We all get kind of with grading. What's frustrating about grading is that I think we'd all agree that if it's PPQ, EPQ, that's an extra something something, right?
Right.
Right. Right.
All right. Then the next grade down is it's just a straight grade. It's just choice fine 15, no comments.
Right.
Right? Then you're going to have details, right?
Maybe.
Well, I sent in a lot of notes. I've sent in all my obsolete notes to get graded. All right. And some of them came back with details that I'm like, holy crap. So I was watching Ontario's video, and he does a nice, very nice job of saying, hey, let's go through the lighting of this. There we go. And he gets out his Ben the Coin Geek light, his Batman light. And now you can really see, right, what's happening here. I don't think this one had any holes in it, did it, Ontario?
I
No,
couldn't, I didn't see any. It might have one.
Right there. I'm going to pause it right there, though. Right here.
had a tear.
It's a tear. It's a whatever edge splitting. It's
Yeah.
coming into the design.
Yep.
100%. That should be noted on the back.
Yep.
100. Was it?
No.
No.
As a matter of fact,
That's because uh
right there.
yeah, I mean, there's another one that's coming into the design right there. I don't know if you guys can see my cursor or not. Can you see my cursor?
No.
No? Okay. But anyways, and you can see on the other one, on his 2, which is a lower grade, mind you, but there's plenty of holes in this note. And again, Ontario's note, great note. This is a 1880 $2 note with the large brown seal. This is not an inexpensive note, folks. But again, there's no mention of these. Do you show them? Yeah.
yeah.
So
No notes, huh?
there's no comments.
No. No.
Wow.
So again, I don't care about a comment on a note or not. I'm going to zoom to your 2. There it is, comment free.
Yeah. If I want the note, I'm gonna grab it. Whether if it's a note, especially if it's a note that I need.
Right.
Well, again, I personally don't let comments scare me off, or details for that matter. I do not let them scare me off. But
Convict Currency said Stevie Wonder graded it.
Yeah, Stevie Wonder graded that.
wow.
And Ray Charles approved it.
Hey, George. How come? And Jose, for my friend Emilio, because I paint everybody into their
Broad stroke.
Jose Feliciano then was the final qualifier on it.
Yeah, there you go.
He was singing Feliciano.
Yeah.
I'm a racist asshole. I'm not. I hope you know. I play one on TV though. So, anyways, this whole, and that's what's frustrating to me about currency and the grading, is because you sit there and how does that not have comments on it? I'm happy for Ontario because that generally makes the note more valuable, that it does not have any of it. So
I'll take it, but I know what you're saying.
I have not been watching comments, so I apologize for that. By the way, for those of you who are into coins and don't know Walker Magnet, I'm going to plug you again, Walker. One of the things I kind of.
You there, Dan?
I am. Am I on mute? Am I here?
Dan, I think we lost you.
Big Apple, can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you, Dan. I don't know.
Ontario, I'm here. So
Ontario, you can hear us? I don't think Ontario can hear us. Dan, you can hear us?
I can hear you.
Can the chat hear us?
Comments equals sales price. Yes. Would somebody please say, I think Ontario might have faded out.
I don't know. Can they hear? Maybe they're not hearing us.
Someone comment if they can hear me and Big Apple. Yep, we lost Ontario.
Oh, that's what it was.
I don't know what I was talking about. Here he comes again.
Oh, there he goes.
Are you back? Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes.
you were having problems on your side. Thank you.
Yeah.
Was it on me?
It was
Yeah, they, it said Verizon. It said you didn't pay your bills. Some shit like that. I don't know.
You know, the truth always comes out, Big Apple.
Yeah,
although
it
don't
said
you know,
Ontario, you didn't pay your shit. Something like that. I don't know.
although I think Ontario, don't you have the jitterbug cell phone, right?
I'd like to. It's the difference. Like the one that's just kind of real simple. I like that.
Yeah, star at ATL. I need to make Andy. Yeah, I mean, it's, you know what, Stu's comment, I'm going to go back to Stu Plubeck's comment. It equals savings. All right. Comments, details, but don't let it scare you off. Just know that note, there is a ranking system inside one grade. You've got the PPQ, EPQ, you've got a straight grade with no comments, you've got a grade with comments, and then you've got a details. So each one of those is going to have a different price.
That's true. That's very true. You know,
And don't let details as a collector. Certainly, I mean, I would take this note, Ontario. I couldn't, but the chief, I just wasn't going to pay that much for it.
yeah,
And my chief has got a big old tear, edge split at the top, but I got one. I'm happy with it. And
right.
I will probably go the way, Big Apple Stacker. He'll get that note and then you'll trade it in. You'll trade up,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good.
you know.
I traded for this one, the chief you're looking at.
Yep. So getting back to Walker Magnet, and I talked about this other night, so sorry to repeat myself, but I'm old and my brain is gone. It frustrates me, and no offense to Big Apple, right, who collects Morgans primarily, but it's not all Morgans. I know you don't collect only Morgans, Big Apple, but there's
No.
Morgan channels. I could choke on them. No
Yeah.
offense. So to come across the Walker Magnet and to see his channel about he's into the walking liberties, and what it's a big coin. It's a $50 big coin.
Right.
Understand why there's not more guys into that with channels, because arguably it is probably considered one of the most beautiful coins that have ever been a U.S. coin. I mean, maybe the St. Gaudens series.
Walking Liberty, or you mean
Yeah.
seated?
No, the Walking Liberty, Seated Liberty. Sorry, Silver. No, it looks like they're on the throne. I'm sorry, it just does, and not the good throne,
I got you.
not the throne with the orb and scepter, right? Emilio, most of my notes are ungraded. Bought them before they were grading companies. That's part of the story on this video. That's what you've got to guys to see. When I put this video out for talking currency, talking money, sorry, with Emilio, man, I don't want to reveal it, to be honest, because it's eye popping. When he bought the notes, they are ungraded. How he bought the notes, and what he received, amazing. Amazing. Stu Plubeck, yeah, Stu Plubeck's calling you out that you got the old Motorola fat phone. You know,
Yeah, there you go. Love it.
you had one back. You just kept it because you had that in your Porsche, convertible driving around in 1984.
You talking to me?
I'm talking to you, Ontario. Yeah.
No, I never had a Porsche, not in '84. No.
Dan, are you talking about this coin here?
I'm talking about both. That's the trade dollar there.
Right.
I think the seated Liberty also kind of has that
Oh,
flavor.
okay, the seated Liberty. Okay.
By the way, the trade dollar does have the nickname the potty dollar because people will what do you that nickel? What do you when you carve a nickel up?
Hobo nickel?
Yeah, they do. They have hobo trading dollars where they carve them up to look like they're literally on a toilet.
I see. Wow.
Okay.
So
That's
yeah,
the seated
going
dollar.
back to Walker, man, so yeah, I mean, the Eagles actually, the heraldic eagle on the back of that Big Apple is actually pretty good. But I mean, there's a reason that walking Liberty is so fantastic. There's a reason it's so fantastic. The front, they use it on the American Silver Eagle to this day.
Yeah.
And the eagle on the back, I mean, I just think it's beautiful. It's and again, the same guy designed the front and back, the Adolf Weissman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, so kudos to Walker Magnet for, I'm not saying you're a Morgan hater like me, and I'm not a Morgan hater. I prefer the peace dollar, but the Morgan, we wouldn't be sitting here if it wasn't for Morgan dollars. Morgan dollars literally started I think, huge, blew up the collection of Morgans, and that literally led to everything else.
Yes. We'll up the community. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I need to start collecting some mortgages. I don't have mortgage.
Yeah.
Huh.
You give its way.
Any opinions on legacy grading, Dan?
Oh, well, I'll put that out to you two first, I guess.
Legacy. Who's that?
Legacy grading.
Legacy grading.
I don't want to put. Yeah, go ahead.
I've bought a couple legacy notes, but I mean, generally they're notes that sort of wasn't dependent on grading. I consider it buying a raw note, in other words.
Here, I'll share. I just jumped on their website. All right, so you should see their website. So Legacy is like the third grading service. I haven't had too many complaints about. They do have a population report, which is kind of, or do they?
No.
Oh, well, it's being updated right now. They are cheaper. But I have issues. Okay, here's the deal. Here's the deal. Legacy used to be
PCGS, didn't they?
PCGS currency, the old green
Right.
one.
Right.
They're in a crappy holder, blah, 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 right? They were in it's a poor holder. Paper on the outside, it gets dinged up. It's bad enough that the plastic gets scratched, but now you got paper looking crappy. So Legacy, the owners of PCGS currency, no affiliation outside of they bought the naming rights to PCGS for 10 years. So from 2008 to basically 2018 / early 2019, they had the PCGS naming rights. After that contract expired, PCGS, the coin folks, said, we're not letting you do it because my understanding is that they didn't pay their bills. But I that is
Yeah.
hearsay.
I don't
That
know.
is hearsay, meaning they didn't pay them for the use of their name.
Okay.
Stuff. Regardless, I don't know. So, and to be honest, just certain aspects of I've heard within the industry that they're I'm being nice, and I'm really hard. I have a tough time not being nice. That they're not, you know, ethical, for lack of a better word, to cover my ass right now.
Okay.
So that's I don't want to help that company, right?
I see.
And I think all of us would agree. Star ATL just said their site seems rinky-dink. John Hanna, yeah. Hi, John Hanna. And Star TL says I think they do. If you see, now I'll put it back to you guys. What do you think?
You mean about the holders?
Yeah. Well, how about legacy in general?
Well, I think you've really kind of already said it. They just don't have the respect in the community. I mean, PMG is the top dog as far as I know, and PCGS is right behind it. And anybody else is a long third.
Yeah, it is a distant third. Good up, yeah, good.
So I think it has to do with respect, in my opinion.
Yeah, yeah, and you definitely, again, Legacy and Star ETL just brought this up that
Yeah.
so if you had a 20, the same note that Ontario's showing, put this out to everybody who's watching. If that note was in a legacy holder as opposed to a PMG, would you pay the same price?
You want me to answer that?
Everybody. Oh,
Everybody. Let's wait and let some people chime in. Would you pay the
yeah,
same
chime
price?
in. Is on-site, so send to PGA, PMG for real grade and holder, agree. I would say PCGS banknote, I use them, but potatoes at that point. Maybe not as strict. I cracked out a legacy to send to PMG. Yep, I did that. I've done it too.
Done that.
Convict, George. Yep. I don't know anybody who's sent them. PMG is losing ground huge to PCGS. That one, I will say I've got a little insider from Andy's notes. PMG's struggling right now, and they are losing business to PCGS very quickly. Martin Bowen, just nope, not going to do it. Marker magnet, I'm looking at a note with an older PCGS holder that was there before the buyout. I can't research the serial number. Is the serial number not legible on the note? Oh no, you're right. I'm sorry, I'm being an idiot. That is correct. PCGS currency is no more. It turned into legacy, but they left all of their ironic name, legacy PCGS currency information behind. PCGS banknote doesn't use it. And if you go to PCGS banknote site and they're saying you're looking for PCGS currency, go somewhere else, pound sand. They say it a little bit nicer. According to folks like that I have talked to that are, like Andy, that really know grading much better than I think we do. They're at the point where PMG and PCGS banknote grading is equal. But here's the deal, and I think Big Apple, you would agree to this. You don't like the holder, and that's okay. If all is equal, you'd rather have it in a PMG holder.
Correct.
Yeah. And so Big Apple sends his stuff out to PMG. Ontario, there's the OPCGS holder. Thank you. Or that's Big Apple.
Yeah, it's Big Apple. Yeah.
So Big Apple. Oh, I lost my track. So I mean, I'm not leaving any of my note PCGS currencies like that in. I'm grading them. Even if it's costing me money.
Yeah, this one I have not yet sent
Thanks,
out.
Martin. I appreciate it. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Big Apple.
I haven't sent this one out yet. For a certain reason, because of the thing that I was planning to do, which you don't need to, we're not gonna have that discussion.
Oh,
No, but you know what? That's a great example. So, all right, would you be afraid that you might lose the 63 PPQ?
That's my problem with this note. I don't know if I want to send it in as a crossover or cut it out and let them just grade it.
yeah.
I mean, it's going to grade. I mean, it is going to grade, you know,
I mean, I don't think
nicely.
anybody would disagree. I don't think anybody in Stu, anybody want to chime in on this. I don't think anybody questions the grades on the old PCGS currency. I think we're trusting in those.
Okay.
But that old PCGS currency, folks, it's wide open. It's open. You can the top is just a sticker that literally covers
Yeah, I mean,
you could
literally. I mean,
fingernail
I'm not going to.
rip it open.
You could take it apart. Yeah.
I
And
mean, I literally could open it right now.
right, and it's exposed to the elements.
Right.
And it is completely open right here.
And
Just,
yeah,
stick a little.
you could right there do it. I've done it. I've cut them out. That's how
I
you.
know. Well, so have I.
Yeah.
But it is open right there. You can just open
But
it like you're opening a mail,
you can see it
but
getting worn. You can see the white. Turn that back on if you can on the top. Just see if you can catch the top edge a little bit, Big Apple. Go
Where
down,
at?
see the top of the holder, the label, the print. There it is. See, it's wearing out right now. You can see the white, the sticker coming off.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's the risk. George is saying that PMG might knock it down. I would think you might be better off sending it in raw. That's my 2 cents. And not have not have PMG have it with a predetermination that
Yeah,
PC.
that's my only problem with this note.
But
I have
here's my
not done
question:
that yet.
15 years from now, is that in that holder? Is that going to be as valuable? Question.
Well, I mean, I could see how, first of all, the first thing is I could just tell you that there's a lot of scratches on this here. And
Yeah.
I'm really anal because I get my condoms
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and I even put a piece of condom on it right here. So just to let everybody know, just to still protect my note because, when you go to these shows, these
Same thing.
guys, yep, they just, there's nothing like putting a condom and being protected, right?
And these
You got to
scratch
be
up
protected.
faster than coins. And
Yeah. So, but again, this is a note that first of all, when I send this note in, this is a note that has to probably go in express.
yeah.
This is
Oh
one
yeah.
of the rare
That's a
rare
that's not
1394s.
an inexpensive note.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not a cheap note, you mean?
Same thing. I just choose more positive words instead of
Yeah, okay.
you
Yeah.
know,
No, I think you said that this is not an expensive note. I
like I
mean,
don't call you an effing idiot. I just say,
no,
well, you
it's okay.
you don't know.
Yeah, I know. I never know. Um, so, but yeah, so I don't know. I'm just a little skeptical yet that I would have sent this in, cross it over, or if it doesn't cross over to a 63, don't take it out.
Right.
Right.
Right?
Well,
Right.
yeah. I mean, I think I don't know. I'm kind of
I
reading.
mean,
I'm smelling what George Convict Currency is saying is that that being in a old PCGS might detract from the grade. That going
I
into
sent in I sent in a note and of course I didn't see. And of course all my 1394s, you know how I am
yeah.
with my 1394s, and here's the Red Seal $5 one.
Well, I mean, just two stunning notes back to back.
Yeah, I mean these are notes. I don't want to go over these notes again. Um, but here's a note. Here's the 13, the
Oh,
64,
okay.
right?
You take a pause. Well, no, no. Go ahead. Finish your thought. I'm sorry.
Well, this note was cut out, right? This note was cut
Yes,
out,
yes, yes.
and it was, I don't know, I don't remember the grade. I could remember. I just have to go back and look at my old videos, and then it said there was a pinhole on it. So I was like, well, what the hell? I didn't see, they didn't see, and then of course I did see, it was such a small pinhole. I said, PMG must have done it for me. Somebody at PMG must have punched a little hole in there, son of a Brooklyn Bridge. They must
Yeah.
have done it, son of a bitch. But they punched in a hole for me, and they did me a favor. But this note in the old PCGS holder did not have any pinholes. So the pinhole is somewhere.
Yeah, but I don't think it. I mean, when you're talking 64, I mean, okay, it might have taken, did it have a PPQ or EPQ on it before?
No, no, no. It was. I think it was just a straight grade. I think. I'm not that sure. Yeah,
So
I
they're
would have to go back.
taking you. I'm gonna address Walker Magnet's comment. PMG sent me a note back with the wrong FR number. By the way, I think that's hilarious, and I would keep it and call it like an error note. But Walker
Huh.
sent it back, and they changed it to the right information, but then added a comment surface damage on it that he didn't have in the first place. WTF?
That's crazy. That's
I honestly, Walker Magnet, I still think you could call up PMG and say, you're going to do this again and remove that. Why was it there before and not now? It was your error. I want my grade back
right.
without surf it without a comment.
That's crazy.
Just me. That's crap. And to be honest, those are the things that I'm hearing. No, and I'm not going after PMG or PCG, anybody. you know, this is an art. It is subjective to the person that's doing the final. You know,
Right.
whether you hear, well, four graders look at the note. I have a tough time that four people are looking at an uncirculated 1957 B. I just don't see it. But maybe I could be wrong. I don't, that just doesn't seem. But the other thing is, why do they charge more? Just because a banknote's more expensive, that why do they charge more? I don't get that either. It's like it's a scam. Everybody's scamming. I mean, you still have to grade the note. Why does it cost you more because it's a $5 silver certificate chief versus a $1, whatever?
Oh, I see.
You know, the same thing is supposed to be happening.
Right. Correct. Correct.
Why is it why is the price difference? So
Yeah. Right.
so this goes back to our legacy. PCGS currency, I can't get out of those fast enough. Legacy, I do have a few of them. I think I have two of them. And the notes just aren't worth, like I picked them up cheap. They're not worth sending in to get regraded. So I'll
Right.
leave them.
Right. Right.
PMG
I
cobblers.
stacked up plenty of these.
Oh, wow. Look at
Yeah, look at all those. I save all of them too. Good job.
hilarious.
I just don't know where the other ones are.
Yeah. Star Atlanta, Lee, I get it. Charge more if reviewers are involved at higher prices. I guess, but well, I mean, PMG and PCGS currency they don't say anywhere on their websites, well, because you got a 1957 $1 silver certificate, we don't do as good a job grading that as we do as a,
Yeah.
1901 legal tender note, $10, right?
Right.
Nowhere does it say that. And it's okay if they did. I get it. I get it. Errors, yep, I get that. It's Stu, yeah.
Right. Right.
Errors, yes, to authenticate. That is 100%. That's a whole different animal. I would have to believe that the errors go to a different department, maybe. I don't know. I would assume.
Well, think about obsoletes, Dan. I mean,
Yeah.
all the research you'd have to do on a raw obsolete. Not that I want them to charge more, but
Right. I get it. And but I just from a straight, from a note that's worth, like, let's say I'm just sending in an 1899 $1 silver certificate in a 30 grade,
right.
grade 30.
Right.
What's the difference between that and grading an unk, whatever?
Right.
So I would expect that Picasso
That's great.
gets, yeah, I mean, gets reviewed by the intern, right? And you know what? I'm okay with that. I get that. My point is, you need to be upfront and tell people that.
Right. Right.
All right, remember this thing going on? Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
All
going
right.
to rest, so I'm going to leave it. I'll be right back.
All right. Sounds good.
And I picked up this note here.
Ooh, that's a nice note, Big Apple. That's a
Yeah.
1214 too.
Yeah, and it had the stain in it,
Yeah.
ink, which is there.
But that's
But
a
I
that's a
don't care because it's very hard note to get. They're expensive, and once you
yeah,
start getting them, they become expensive. It's simple as that. That's how that works.
especially in that grade, yeah.
Yeah, that's not. It's not.
That's not a common FRN for that
No.
note either. 1215 is a more common one. So
Yeah, the 1215
yeah.
is not. It's.
Dan,
Oh, which
Yes,
which
sir.
would remind me now.
do you realize we've been testing for over 2 hours now? So
I know. I figured, for me, Monday mornings I do weekend work,
yeah.
working for the
Oh,
Historical Society. So we got different tours, different museum hours, that kind of
right,
stuff. So
right.
Mondays are kind of a half day for me,
Okay.
but I will bring this to close because now it's 10 o'clock and I got to go.
Yeah, and I got to get going too
Yeah, we all
myself.
got to go.
I've enjoyed it.
Well, this is kind of what I don't know. I mean, I don't know whether I should start announcing these or just do it, or it's always funner. Thank you, Big Apple. Thank you very much, Ontario, for putting up with me at the beginning.
You're
I
welcome.
yeah, I didn't even know that you sent me a link.
I know. Well, you know,
We didn't
If
know we
you
were
get
going to do this.
Banknote Den. Okay. Banknote Den. If you haven't been to www.banknoteden.com, if you're into, I don't even want to say deep information, this guy's got some great information. I've used him several times on the deep history. I don't want to say deep, but history of notes. He does get deep, by the way. So I want to plug his website. For example, he was one of the only places I could find detailed information on my 5 kroner Greenland polar bear note. There's just not a lot of information out there. So thanks for joining in. If you just got here, I'm sorry, Banknote Den, I didn't see you come up. But anyways, oh, we got a UK listener. All right. Thanks. I've enjoyed listening. Appreciate everything.
Robert Pintoff in the house. Hell yeah.
Ah,
Hello.
Robert Pintoff. Dan, I wish you could if you have your phone with you. You have your phone, Dan?
I do.
Can you open it up, please? It's driving me
This.
fucking bananas. Yeah, can you go to YouTube to your channel? I would
I,
like to drop people's links, right? Because you're telling people to go to the links, and it's a little difficult because no one's dropping anybody's links down, right?
oh,
Because you can't really go into anyone's link
can I not
because
do
you're
that from
because
my live stream? If
yeah,
I'm,
because what was that?
can I do it from my live
Yeah,
stream?
no, you cannot do it. Just listen, rookie, rookie, please, just
Well,
listen,
I'm
rookie.
sorry. You go ahead
Yeah.
and do my videos.
So if you just open up your phone to YouTube
I am.
to your channel,
Okay.
now I want you to just so I could just do it for you. And here you go. Let me just put down hello. There you go. Now you see me there?
I see that I'm
Everyone's writing. Just click on me real quick on the left hand side, on the right hand side.
I did.
And what does it say?
I get pin message report remove, which I really want to push remove.
Yeah, no, don't.
ah,
You see, you can turn it as a moderator. No?
It is there. You want me to say, yep,
Yeah,
you're
just put yes. And then what I'm going to do is then drop everyone's link, and everyone in the channel could just go directly to that person's channel.
that's nice of you. Thank you.
Yeah, because the way Dan is doing it is like rookie night.
yeah, I
Do
am.
it the way I would do it. Yeah.
So there you go. Thank you. We're going to close that. Now, I'm going to drop people's links in here real quick so everyone could just kind of go to each other's links.
Well, I'm sure
Let me
that's
just.
exciting watching me do that. Uh, you know what, George? Everybody, thanks for joining in. Stu, thanks for hanging out. Lee,
Wait, you got to give me a couple. Just give me a couple of minutes. Let me just drop people's links. I just saying
well, I'm
goodbye.
just saying thanks to everybody.
Give me a second. Here we
And
go. We got Walker's Magnet. Now, you guys, once you guys see the link,
I'm a nice guy.
Yeah,
there you
you are.
go. Yeah, Ontario. I'm gonna put Ontario in the. Oh,
I already
Ontario.
made him. I made Ontario. No,
Okay, so there you go, Ontario. Then maybe you could just sit there
I'm
and
gonna
kind of
see.
help me drop people's links in here.
I'll try. I'm pretty
I
rookie
know
too.
you're not. I know you're not sassy with this shit,
so
but
I can't do that from the chat. Is that what you're telling me to
yeah,
do?
you can't do that because you're in some. I don't know. I don't know where the hell you guys are at.
Well, I can be in YouTube or I can be in Zoom. One of the two. I see both.
Yeah, give me a second. Let me get Stu Beck. Stu Beck is up now. He just wrote. So when people are writing in the channel, it's easy for me just to go directly. I go directly, even though
Yeah, I
they're
tried to drop
there.
my own. And did I
I
drop
should
that?
really
I
put. I
dropped
should
my
really put.
own. I think.
I want to put Stu in a timeout.
Well, you can't. Why would you? That's
Just saying.
all right.
So
There's
from
Stu
my
Beck,
menu,
guys. So
I don't need to go on
so
my phone to do this. From my menu, I can make people moderators. By the way.
right.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're dropping links. Okay, so that's all.
So I'm dropping links. So now everybody who's not blue could actually just go to like they could go to Stubeck, right? If someone's not subscribed to Stubeck, they could just hit the link and go directly to his channel and
By
subscribe
the
to
way,
him.
could you please say Stu Plubeck?
I said Stu. How about if I just say Stu? I'll just say Stu. How about that?
Although I don't want you to because it's just I don't know who you're going to talk. When you say Stu Plubeck, I'm like, who are you talking about now?
Yeah. I'm like, what the all right.
You're
Go to
welcome,
channel All
George. Thank you for
Star.
joining in, and you know what? It's appreciated. Jeff Davis,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean some people don't have
yeah, they don't have channel.
really any links or any channels,
There's a big-
any contents.
Right.
Emilio, are you still on? Are you still on, Emilio?
Emilio, let me see if Emilio has content. Does he have content?
I don't think so, but
Yeah, I mean,
no, I just wanted to say, hey, dude, we got to check in later on this week or sometime this week. But so I'm having him do
I just lost
takes
Emilio.
good pictures. I'm just really particular about my pictures.
Oh,
So,
there he is.
and his notes.
Oh,
Okay. Hey, Emilio, how are you? Yeah, when you get those, if you've got any pictures taken, feed them to me if you would.
yeah.
And I
See,
think I can just take them on the WhatsApp app. All right. When you send them that way, they come through their full size pictures. They're not being anything like.
yeah. See, Emilio doesn't have any. Yeah, I don't want to
Yeah,
drop
I
his
don't
link.
think Emilio has any content.
Yeah.
He has character. Unlike you, he's got character. You know.
No, it's okay. I mean, a lot of people don't have like
Right.
Jeff Davis, right? Jeff Davis
Yeah.
has a lot of notes, and I wish one he could put up a note or just to have a discussion about it. But he has a lot of notes, but he doesn't post anything. I see
Hey,
Martin here; he doesn't have anything.
so
Um,
if I'm looking at Gen X collectible, like, are you just copying his link and pasting it in? Is that what you're doing?
Correct, because I'm able to do that in YouTube, right? Because
Yeah, yeah, I get
I'm
it.
a moderator, so now, well, you can take that away again. But yes, Gen X. I don't know if Gen X is even still here.
But if I
Um,
just go grab his URL and I go back to our stream and I type,
it won't turn it. It won't be if you drop it in there. Did you drop his link in there?
not yet, I've copied and pasted, but I haven't done anything yet.
Well, just send it in there. You'll see if it's.
I'll do it. I'll do it. I think I
No,
did.
don't you do it.
I just did it.
There
So
you go. He's in there twice now.
Okay. So yeah, you would have to. You would be able to do it from there where you're at, but you would have to go to the channel, grab his channel, and then
yeah,
bring it through.
right,
For the people that are not blue, that's what I'm talking about.
right. And Gen X is
Ah,
not blue.
So you would have to, because every single time you say, "Hey guys, link up with this person," I'm saying to myself, it's a little hard because they may not be. Sometimes the names don't fit the YouTube or like convict currency.
yep. Dan, are you going to post this on your channel?
Yeah, I'm gonna let it go. Why not?
Yeah. Okay.
Why not? It'll be live number 2,
Yeah.
right?
Comedy 2 hours.
Comedy 2 hours.
This will be a comedy special.
Yeah. All right. Well, guys, I got to get myself going because I got certain things to do here.
All right.
But Dan, it's been a pleasure coming up here. I don't mind playing around once in a while with some rookies up here. It's great.
You're
It's
the one.
really,
Everybody keeps on telling me to go live, and now you're just bitching about it. I don't know how can I.
hey, see, Robert Pinto said, yeah, thank you. Look, he just picked up 4 links,
Thank you, Robert.
which was
Thank,
very.
thank you, Robert.
So yeah, but
Live test number 2. That's exactly right, Stu. That's exactly right.
that's number two.
But I mean, we're figuring this out, Stu, and after the first 2, people want to see Roundtable, and it's an easy content thing. I'll be honest. It's like, let's get Roundtable. We'll set up a live. I will promote it so everybody knows a day or 2 in advance
Right.
that it's coming. I'll put out a little announcement, video, whatever. And we'll just be at you guys' mercy, and just talk like we do now. And that's what I want these to be. I really don't want them to be scripted, agenda point. I mean, maybe we have stuff to talk about, sure, but it's
Right.
really being led by the, folks coming on in the chat. Let it happen there. So
Okay.
that's what I'm doing. All right, so I am going to end the stream as of now. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, folks. Have a great week.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Ontario. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody.
All right, bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good day.
Bye.